Okay, let's get started with the icinga setup. Again, this is my I'm just gonna connect to my system. I have keys already scheduled in that. This is a absolute base OS, vanilla base OS installed. No packages installed. Let's see RPM -QA grep icinga. Nope. Su. Okay, I am root now. So let's get started with the installation of the packages. I have the list of packages with me already, so I'm just gonna copy paste those over here, which is going to install prerequisite and then few things. Of course, I'll just pause the recording till this get installed completely. Okay, we have it installed. Now let's take a look at do we have icinga? No, not yet. We'll have to import few of the keys and then create a repository for icinga. So let me go ahead and import the key for icinga first. Okay, and then I'll create a repository. I'm just following the instructions which are available on the icinga documentation. So okay, so that's it done. Let's go ahead and install icinga now. So those were the prerequisite first yum install, and now I'm going to install actual icinga and its specific related packages. Let's go ahead that. Let me go ahead and pause the video for now. Okay, we have it installed. Now we get to go ahead and do some editing. Like I would prefer to set the time zone, etc php.ini, and go to date. There we go. I need to set a date over here with a proper time zone. I mean, of course, I would prefer to do that. Copy address. Let's go over here, Control V. And there is the list of supported. Go to Asia. And let me see which is available for my country. I'm just going to copy paste it, which is a time zone for India. Okay, and save it. So now we have some required prerequisite packages installed. We have icinga packages installed. I have done some changes in PHP. Now let me go ahead and start the let's HTTPD stmctl enable HTTPD and start. So okay, I'm done till now. I would of course icinga requires a MySQL or SQL kind of database, so we need to install SQL first. So let's go ahead and install the SQL, which is basically what do we say, a MariaDB that we'll be using. So let's go ahead and install MariaDB server. Come on. Okay, let me go ahead and pause it, and I will start once the record this is completed. Okay, we have MariaDB installed, but of course we'll have to do some settings related to that. Let me go ahead and start MariaDB first. Systemctl enable MariaDB, and let me go ahead and start. MariaDB started. Let's verify status. Okay, we have MariaDB running. Now let's go ahead and log into MariaDB. mysql -u-root, and there we are. So we got to set the root password first. So what I'm going to do is update the password for root. I'm setting up Fedora @ as a password. Okay, I did not select the database. Use mysql. Now we should be good with running. Okay, That's right. So I have the password set. Let me flush the privileges. Appleus privileges privileges, and there we go. So now we have a root password set. Let's go ahead and verify if we are able to log in with that password, which I will restart MariaDB, and I will try to log in with -p now. It's asking me for the password. I'm providing the same password. Yes, I am in. So now we have the database up and running. Of course, not the database instance. So let's go ahead and create a database for icinga. REATEDATABase, database, and I'll give the name as icinga. Oh, sorry, I don't like this. Icinga2. So I'm just going to create this database, and there we go. The database is up. We'll have to grant some privileges now. So I am just going to use this command, and I'm creating a password. I am going to change this IP to 109. So we are creating a database. We already have a database as icinga2 just created. I am creating a user icinga2, same as database name, and password as this. I'm granting all the privileges to that user. So let's go ahead and create. Let's do flush privileges, and I guess we are good to go. Let's now something interesting. Let's use icinga2 show tables tables. Nothing, everything is empty, of course, because we haven't populated it. So let's go ahead and populate it now. Let's quit qrt. There's a simple command which is available with the icinga documentation. We just need to run this command to import all the tables, basically populate the database. Let's go ahead and run that. I'm just providing root password, and it's done. Let's log into this and see is icinga2 show tables, and we have quite a good amount of tables now. So we are done with creating the database, and now we should go ahead and start configuring icinga. So to icinga to talk to what we say the database, we need to configure update some files. vi/etc icinga2 features enable IDO MySQL config, and we have to provide the details over here. Let's uncomment it and say icinga2 password icinga2 secret. Then we have host as IP address 192.168.0.109, and the database name is again icinga2. So that's what we're gonna do now, and once we are done, all we got to do is start icinga and see system ctl ICI at 2 again strt. Okay, let's verify in the log files. tail-f/var/log icinga2 logs. Okay, I see there's a connection is established. If there is something which is not right, if our database is not populated or icinga is not able to communicate to the database, we'll see something over here and we get some nice errors. So for now we are good to go. Let's go ahead. So with this we have an icinga all set up and ready, completed. Let's go ahead and start using the setup of icingaweb 2. So I'm just going to install icingaweb 2 with a yum again. That's a simple, and of course I need icinga CLI to set up the icingaweb also. So I'm just going to go ahead and install it. Yes, it should not take much time. So we'll have to create icingaweb 2 configuration with the icinga2 setup command, and then we'll create a token for the first time to set up the whole icinga part, and then we'll go ahead configuring using the web based. So let's go ahead and create the setup first. I'm just going to create the setup. It will create etc icingaweb 2 as a directory. Let's go and verify. Let's see etc icingaweb 2. Yep, we have a few things over here now, and now I'm going to use icinga CLI command. Icinga CLI setup token create. This is, of course, these are all first time steps when we are doing the installation, else we don't need it. So we have the token now. Now let's go ahead and start our setup. http://192.09/icingaweb2. Okay, I need to restart my web service if I'm not wrong. As well as the ctl httpd restart. Again, restart httpd. There we go. Now this should work. Oh yeah, that's working. This is the token. I'm just going to select this token and provide it over here, and there we go, and we start with our configuration. Yeah, let's go ahead and proceed with the next. This will tell us which all things are configured or not configured. This is the time zone that I wanted to set, and it's looking correct now. So let's go ahead and click next. It says which kind of authentication we need to do. Of course I'm going to set a database authentication. I'm not going to go ahead with any specific things. 192.168.0.109 icingaweb TP, and I am just going to give a database name as let's say icingaweb2. Username should be icingaweb2. Password should be the same, icingaweb2. I'm just giving the same everything for now. Let's validate. Yes, I can validate. I can log into this. So let's go ahead and click next. Database setup. I need to provide the root password over here, and let's say next. Yep. Backend name will be icingaweb2. Let's select that. This is the administration section, where we will be providing the login credentials for the icinga. Let's say admin. Password would be PASSWORD, and say next. Database references, use the same authentication name. Yes, we will be using everything as same, and say next over here. Database setup, this is a review page. Let's see everything is okay or not. Database icinga resource name DB, database name is icingaweb2. Let's say next. Configuration module, this is the configuration module which we'll be using. Of course we will be using IDEO, so let's go ahead and set that up too. We'll just go next. let's queue 192.168.0.109. Database name will be the same, I guess. We should use the same name. Oh no, this one is the IDO which we have already configured, so it will be icinga2. You remember we created a user and from the command line we got to provide those credentials over here. icinga2, password is icinga2, secret. Let's validate. Is successful, so we are good to go. Go ahead, next. And of course these are the log configurations. I don't want to change anything over here, just go next. Protect your password. This is the default settings I'm selecting now. Again, the default verification screen, and you say click finish, and yes, web 2 is configured. Let's go ahead and log in. admin, and the password was PSSWORD. Login, and there we go. So we have few things which are of course it is configured with the same system we are using right now. This is warning, and which one is giving me the warning? Forbidden with some response. Of course there's some warning related to HTTPD, but if you see the ping, it's working. SSH is up, icinga is up, and these are a few processes. Of course we are running out of memory, it looks like now. That's good to me. So in all, this is how we configure icinga and icingaweb 2. So that's pretty much from my side in this tutorial and or this assignment. Thank you.